But you might win yourselves a pennant. Crazy. Rockies, Dodgers, NLCS. I don't think anybody expected you guys to be able to make it to the NLCS this early. And you've done so without losing a game. Before we contemplate your lineup, let's take a look at the Dodgers, who, of course, you are quite familiar with. And that could be the deciding factor. Despite being 34, Shohei Ohtani is currently injured and not at 100%. Bobby Miller, Joe Ryan, Gavin Stone, Matt Waldron. Big parts of the rotation. Relievers, Nate Pearson, Andrew Vance, Jose Hernandez, John Magana. Tight spot. What's going on, man? Closers, Tanner Scott and Rory Serrano. At catcher, Dalton Rushing and Francisco Miella. First base, 21-year-old, 73 overall, Gabriel Rodriguez. Wow. At second, Mookie Betts and Luis Arias. At third, the man who ended your dream of a division title, Isaac Paredes, the Paradis. Shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz is not going to play in this series. It'll be Trey Sweeney and Noah Miller at shortstop. In left, Jake Bowers. Center, Luis Robert Jr., who hasn't done well. James Outman, Lonnie White. And in right, Andy Pages. Andy Pages. This should be a series win for the Rockies, dare I say. Those are some massive injuries that the Dodgers are currently dealing with. It'll be Yankees and Angels on the other side. And you guys are getting Anthony Volpe back for the first time this postseason. It says he has 2 at-bats. I don't know when the fuck that happened, apparently. Interesting times indeed. Best of 7 against the Dodgers. Game 1. Let's see how it plays out. You can see the numbers there too, by the way. I mean, they've had a slightly better offense. You've had slightly better pitching. Maybe even more than slightly, I'd argue. Dodger Stadium, the site for game 1. It's got to be Hunter Brown. Full stamina is your top pitcher. It's got to be Hunter Brown. Lineup-wise, Nolan Jones up to that 211 average. Do you want to swap? I mean, Manzardo seems to be doing worse. Honestly, Jones for Langford might be the way to do it. Manzardo was struggling in the 3 spot. Did well in the 4 spot. Jones was struggling at 3, but did better in 5. That might be the way to do it. Or you could swap them back. Big shout out to One West Coast. Westy, you handsome devil. How'd the stream go? I imagine it was baseball tonight as opposed to anything UFC related. And I was correct. The lineup is set. Game 1 of the NLCS. Chat-controlled Rockies team against a relatively injured Dodgers lineup. We fight tomorrow. I still don't think my character has won a fight. Richie, there's no beard to speak of, my man. I can let the neck beard grow out if you want. Give me a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. Bobby Miller on the mound for the Dodgers. He's off to a hot start. Rodriguez hit by a pitch. Reyes on the swap, and the former White Sox, Luis Robert, with a 2-run shot. Oh, I did win a fight last week. Okay, I missed that. Good to know. Good to know, good to know. Not a slight issue. We're good to go, though. James Outman is down. 2-0 Dodgers after 1. Nolan Jones with a 1-out single. Might as well be aggressive. He gets caught. Volpe flies out. Paredes does it again. 3-0 Dodgers. Rushing makes it 4-0 Dodgers. Mookie with a 2-out single. 4-0 Dodgers through 2. And not a great start offensively. Shout out to Richie for the follow, by the way.
Trying to walk through this fucking grass.
2-out double for Outman. Paredes goes down. 4-0 through 3 innings. Langford with a 2-out double. Manzardo can't drive him home. Brown with a walk. Rushing a fielder's choice. Sweeney. Down goes Betts. So the big question is, when do you look to make that change? Now could be a big time to test out one of those long relievers for the first time. Bobby Miller continuing to do well. Honestly, you're better off saving Hunter Brown at this time, energy-wise. The long reliever in this instance is Michael Prosecki. Might as well give him a chance and see what he can do. That is the move to make. Single for Rodriguez. Arias down. Robert hits his 2nd home run of the game. My decision to trade Luis Robert to the Dodgers might be the best move I've ever made. Wow. You want to change? You might as well change to a different pitcher, or you can leave Prosecki in. Honestly, you should probably give Dowd a chance, or maybe even Mezit. I mean, all right, leave him in, and he gets out of it. Huff walks McGroin into a double play. Sanchez is down. Baez is on. Runner thrown out, nearly an RBI double. Mookie Betts with an RBI single. 7-0 Dodgers. As Prosecki is continuing to get lit up. 7-0 after 6. Clark with a leadoff single. Langford singles. Manzardo sac flies. Jones with an RBI single. Pitching change there. Stolen base for Jones. Volpe can't bring him in. Fernandez can't bring him in. It's 7-2. It is worth taking out Prosecki. You might as well go to someone like Trash Can. Could go back to Miller. Duvall, Gratterall, Hamilton. All of your relievers are available. Might not want to use any of the tip-top guys this early. It's still a 5-run differential. What do you think? Darth says Trash Can. Orb says Dowd. Trash Can. Trash or Dowd. Trash Can gets the nod. Puts him down in order. Moretta brought on. Nothing doing for the offense there. Leadoff triple. A pop-up. A ground out. Gets out of it. Top of the 9th. Clark against Magana. Strikes out. Langford with a solo shot. The lead's down to 4. Manzardo flies out. Nolan Jones is down. And the Dodgers take game 1, 7-3 off the back of 2 home runs for Luis Robert Jr. As Hunter Brown looks human for the first time this postseason. That's your first loss of the postseason. Game number 2. It'll be Dollander on the mound for this one as your second best pitcher. Lineup-wise, I imagine you're just going to want to leave it this time. I would be a bit more aggressive in subbing out certain players that have been struggling, but that's just me. Not my team. It's not my team. But I'd be making sure certain people got a bit more of a chance. This lineup got us this far. That's very true. But was that pure luck? Is the question. All right, gonna leave it. Game 2. 2-out single for Jones. Gets the steal. Manzardo brings him in. Rockies on the board early. Arias with a 2-run shot. Dodgers take the lead. Joe Ryan on the mound for the Dodgers. Much better inning. Solo shot for Paredes again. 3-1. 1-out walk for Sanchez. Dos gets the steal. Clark brings him in. Gets the steal. Got to swing away with Jones. Flies out. Manzardo strikes out. 1-run lead for the Dodgers. All right, let's see. Volpe still hasn't found any sort of success at the plate. 2-out double. Rushing brings him home. The lead's back to 2 for LA. Dollander hits Rodriguez. Fielder's choice on Arias. Robert singles. What do you do with Dollander? Is it time to take him out? And for whom? Time to take him out, and for whom? Seeing Miller time. Miller it is. Outman with an RBI single. I mean, Paredes doesn't have great numbers in the playoffs overall. He's doing well against you guys, though. Pinch runner. Jesus Christ, Paredes delivered again. Yeah, you might have to start pitching around him. 6-2 LA. Miller walks, the bases loaded. Do you leave Miller in? Or do you sub him out? If it wasn't a bases loaded situation now, it would have been had you walked Paredes. Keep Miller, leave. Miller strikes him out. 4-run lead for the Dodgers. Jones is on. Gets caught stealing, though. Manzardo walks. Langford doubles. Volpe strikes out. Miller walks Mookie. Miller gets out of it. Ryan's probably done, and he is. Nate Pearson's brought on. Bottom half of the order can't do anything. Could still leave Miller in. Go with him until he allows a run or a base runner. Although you guys wanted to walk Paredes, correct? I was told to walk Paredes. All right. There you go. He's out of the inning. Top of the 8th. Jose Hernandez brought on. Jones with a 2-out base hit. Got to leave him on at this point. You can't risk the steal. He got caught last time. Manzardo singles. Wyatt Langford against Moretta. Cannot deliver. Worth taking Miller out to save his stamina for later in the series. You could trash can, you could go Dowd, Gratterall, but it is worth taking Miller out now. I don't think you've sent Dowd out there yet. And he's getting some shouts. Dowd it is. Might as well see what he's capable of. Well, you got your answer. He has to pitch to one more batter. Might as well see if he can get out of it. It's 7-2. Runner gets thrown out. Top of the ninth, down by 5. Down goes Volpe. Down goes Fernandez. And the Dodgers take a 2-0 series lead. Do I still have these buttons properly? They might be... Nope, it's up there for some reason. Let's just go ahead. Can I drag that back? Can I drag that back? Let me just do there you go, chat. There you go. That's pretty good for you guys. Let's just let that sink in for a moment. Let's all just take a deep breath. You're gonna be okay. Everybody just breathe for 10 seconds. You're gonna be fine. Let's enjoy the silence. See, that wasn't that bad, was it? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trust. Trust. Believe. I believe in you. You're going to be fine. You're going to end this faster than any other challenge that has ended baseball-wise. Right? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. You're heading home for 3 games. You're good. Game number 3, and Shohei Ohtani is healthy. Oh my God. Well, looking at the lineup, you have a choice. You could give McMahon the ball for the first time. Could run with Brown before he's fully fit. Could give Rolison or Ozil a chance. McMahon, Rolison, or Ozil. Those are pretty much the calls at starter. What do you think? Darth shouting out McMahon. McMahon. 30-year-old veteran Chris McMahon. Although he is a rookie, is going to get the start. In terms of the lineup, what I am going to do is optimize it a bit based on how I would set it up. And then feel free to suggest any changes that you would have from there. All right? That is the situation. .192 average for Pablo is rough. Montero can play third. So have Montero play third. So again, if this was me, and it's not my team, but if this was me, I'm just going to tell you how I would set this up, and then we can make whatever changes you guys want, because at the end of the day, it is your decision. I would have Peguero be leadoff because he's got the speed and he's got the contact. After that, Nolan Jones, by the way, up to a 308 average after a god-awful start. Cawley only has 2 at-bats. No benching Dose. I mean, you don't have to. I would, but you don't have to. I'd play Cawley. He's good defensively. But again, not my team. So, Dose will be back in. You might as well play Bernabel at third then and put Montero at DH. Tug goes in for Cawley. No, Dose goes in for Cawley. That's what I was just told. You guys don't even know what the hell you want to do. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You don't know what the hell you want to do. Obviously, you got certain people who haven't taken that many at-bats, but bear with me. Bear with me. So again, should this be my lineup, which it is not, but should it be that, bump up Langford, get Jones in there, get Clark and Manzardo up there because they've both done all right this year. I mean, Clark has actually done better than Manzardo. Honestly, that. Dose at the bottom, Bernabel, Montero, Haim, Manzardo, Clark, Jones, Langford, and Peguero. That is how I would run it. Fuck your lefty-righty approach and shit like that. Put the hot hands in the best spots. Any disagreements? Any suggested changes? What do you guys want? By the way, benching Volpe is oof. But he doesn't have a hit in 9 at-bats. Any disagreements? Tug for Bernabel. Dude, he's hitting 105. Is this what people want? Tug McGroin for Bernabel? Tug, who is hitting 105 and 19 at-bats? What do you guys want to do? It's your team. You got to be a little bit decisive here. Make your voice heard. All right, Bernabel stays. There you go. Game 3, big game in this best of 7. Dodgers up 2-0. Chris McMahon walks Arias. Miea is down. Ohtani gives up the leadoff double to Peguero. Do you small ball it? That's the big question. Do you small ball it? Or swing away with Langford? What's your choice? Seeing no's. All right. Langford. Oh, well, it's close. It's close. Looks like we're swinging. Langford pops up. Can't play small ball now. Nolan Jones flies out. Max Clark grounds out. Should have played small ball, chat. Let's see. A walk there. Rushing strikes out. Manzardo leadoff single. Haim flies out. Montero into a double play. Not great. Mookie a one-out walk. Rodriguez can't bring him home. Arias can't bring him home. Bernabel down. Sanchez down. Peguero down. Not much offense in this game so far. Miea gets the Dodgers' first hit. Paredes into a double play. Langford leadoff walk. Got to go for the steal with his speed. He gets caught. Jones strikes out. Clark singles. Got to go for the steal. He gets caught. Maybe no more stealing then, because they're on to you. Andy's on, rushing into a double play. Sweeney a 2-out double. Betts grounds out. Only 5 hits combined through 4.5 innings. Whew. McMahon starting to get a bit tired. 2 walks. McMahon down to the yellow. Trust or take him out. And if you're taking him out, who are you taking him out for? Every reliever is available. Every reliever is available should you elect to take him out. Who's it going to be? Honestly, he's had a pretty good performance so far, but who's it going to be? I need names. I need names. Gratterall. Getting shout out. Will it be Bruce Dar? Going once. Going twice. Sold for the Bruce Dar. Outman strikes out. Paredes. Chat, do you pitch to him? Do you pitch around him? Do you load the bases? What do you do? Situational here. What do you do? Pitch. Bases loaded on an error. Andrew grounds out. Escapes it. Bernabel down. Dose down. Peguero 2-out double. Langford strikes out. As Brewstar 2-out single to Mookie Betts. Rodriguez is down. Jones. Clark with a 1-out double. Manzardo grounds out. Haim brings him in the first run of the game. RBI single for Jonah Heim. 1-0 Rockies. Keep Gratterall in or bring in a setup man. Setup man would probably be Hamilton. Keep. Going once, going twice. Bass shouting out Miller. Going once, going twice. Bringing a lefty, that would be Dowd or Prosecki. Most of what I'm seeing is keep, though. Raya's down. Miea down. Outman down. Bottom of the 8th. Otani's out. Bernabel down. Sanchez down. Peguero down. Doval to seal the deal. What do you do against Paredes? How do you start off this situation for Camilo Doval in a 1-run game? Trying to win first game of the series. Pitch it is. Paredes pops up. Paez is down. And the Rockies aren't done yet. A 1-0 victory. In Game 3, Doval was called the player of the game for getting the save. The Rockies survive. This series isn't done. Game 4 up next. Again, what we'll probably do, because those lineup changes wouldn't have saved. By the way, Hunter Brown is ready to go for this next game, which is big for you guys. It'll pretty much be more of the same. Although you could argue Bernabel didn't make the most of his opportunities compared to Tug, so you could stay with Tug, although Jesus Christ, he's been terrible. I would give Cameron Cawley a chance. I'm just saying, he's great defensively, and if these guys aren't hitting anything anyway, you might as well go with good defense. Unless you're bringing Volpe back in which case, I mean, Peguero can play third if you wanted Volpe back in. Jonah Heim should definitely be at catcher. Fernandez should not be in. Montero should be in a DH. People wanting to give Volpe a chance again. Well, in terms of the lineup then, based off of performance, I mean, you could even drop Anthony Volpe down. You could put him in the 2 spot. Same for Pablo. Peguero in that leadoff spot did very well. But if you put those two at the bottom, have Clark in the 2 spot because of the speed. Go with Jones, Langford, and cleanup, Manzardo, then Heim, Montero. It's not a bad lineup. It's not a bad lineup. You still get some speed up top. Jones, Langford in big spots. Any disagreements? Any disagreements? Doesn't look like it. Going once, going twice. Game 4. Hunter Brown back in after losing game 1. Otani reaches on an error. And Paredes brings him home. Jesus Christ. Another error, the second of the inning. Double play ball. Another walk. Or a first walk, I should say, the blue text. Miea grounds out. Only 1-0 Dodgers. Nothing happening there offensively. Brown is fucking tired already. Relative, at least. Volpe grounds out. Otani strikes out. Paredes grounds out. Who are the errors on? Let's see. Who were the errors on? Nolan Jones and Hunter Brown. 2-out double. Rushing can't bring him home. Top half of the order. Rockies still looking for their first hit after 4 innings. Langford, you got to play small ball here. You got to. You have 1 hit through frickin' 4 innings, you got to try to bunt this guy over and get the sac fly in there. You got to. Manzardo the bunt. Heim can't bring him in. Jonah Heim fails. Can Montero bring him home? No, he can't. Outman down. Betts down. Ohtani flies out. Solo shot for the rookie, Pablo Sanchez Dos. This game is tied. Volpe grounds out. Peguero's down. Clark walks. Gets the steal. Jones. You can't risk the steal now. You got to swing with Langford. And he strikes out. Tough break. Hunter Brown, single. That's probably it. Trust or take him out. Any reliever but Gratterall is pretty much available based off of stamina. So you get the look there. Mason Miller. It's Miller time, apparently. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Mason Miller's in. Immediately walks Page. Fielder's choice. Sweeney. Double play. Miller gets out of it. And Zardo against Moretta. Heim. Montero. Nothing doing. Miller. 1-2-3. Bottom of the 8th. Pablo Sanchez Dos lines out. Volpe. Still without a hit. Peguero down. Top of the 9th. Keep Miller or change. It's either the Rockies tie this series up at 2 games apiece, or it will be a 3-1 lead for the Dodgers. See, keep Miller. Doval, it'd be early for Doval, but what are you guys thinking? What are you thinking? Going once on keep. Going twice on keep. Miller stays. What do you do against Paredes? He's been lighting you guys up. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. What do you do? Chat says go for it. Paredes flies out. Bottom of the 9th. Max Clark against Magana. Strikes out. Nolan Jones walks. Do you go for the pinch run in the steal? Do you leave it? Chat says steal. Do you go for the pinch runner in McCauley? Fastest guy on the team. Or do you trust Nolan Jones to do it? Going once on keeping Jones in. All right, he's the guy. He gets it. Wyatt Langford scores, and the Rockies have tied the series at 2 apiece. 2-1 in Game 4. Langford delivers. Solid performance from Hunter Brown. This series is tied at 2 apiece. It's best of 3 from here. Langford does it again. Final home game of this stretch. The home team is yet to lose in the series. It is Game 5. Taking the mound for the Rockies is an interesting choice, because if it goes 6-7, I mean, shit, do you even want Dollander? Who gets the start here, chat, in Game 5? Tugi's getting nervous. Not really. I mean, it would kind of suck to have you guys win this early, not because, well, if you win, it would just be more so because, like, ah, shit, it's not as fun to continue on once somebody's won, you know? Honestly, it's a tough call. Rollison's getting the shout. All right. Rollison it is. Lineup-wise, we'll do the same thing that we've been doing. You know, Peguero needs to be in. You know that Jonah Heim needs to be in. And Fernandez Yeah, Montero didn't really do it. Volpe bench, he can't hit. He's good defensively though. He's essentially just as bad at the plate as everybody else, but at least he can play defense. Or that means you finally admit you want to play Cameron Cawley. But the problem is you should be taking Fernandez out of the lineup too. I mean, he can play defense, but he can't hit worth a shit either. That's the problem. You got a lot of guys who are underperforming at the plate right now. That includes Fernandez, that includes Volpe, and he did hit a home run last game, did Pablo Sanchez Dos, but he's not looking great. And again, Volpe did win a Gold Glove this year. I mean, the alternative is Cawley. Obviously, can have Langford play the outfield. I mean, go with Montero, who was in the game last time, but he's down to a 200 average. He was a DH last game. Peguero lead off. It was Dos second. No, it was Clark second. Jones, Mazzaro, Chaim. That's basically the lineup that it was last game. There you go. See what happens. Game 5. Tied series. Noah Miller, the single. Arias, nothing. Ohtani strikes out. They do have Bobby Miller back on. Peguero, be aggressive. He got caught. Clark down. Jones down. Nothing offensively. Langford leadoff single. How aggressive do you want to be, chat? Last steal didn't work. You want to be a little bit more cautious and swing away or keep stealing? How aggressive do you want to be? This is going to set the precedent for how we approach things here. Steal it is. Okay. He gets it. Small ball or swing away? Every run counts. In this series, it has been incredibly defensive. What's the word? Small ball it is. Manzardo bunts him over. Chaim brings him home. 1-0 Rockies. 1-out single. Rodriguez, nothing. Miller walks. A little bit of trouble for Rolison. He gets out of it. Montero walks to start off. Volpe finally gets his first hit of the postseason. Steal, sac fly. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? We got one shout for sac fly. Sac fly is looking like the winner. Going once. Going twice. Sac fly works. 2-0 Rockies. I mean, you could go for the double steal here. Honestly, what you should probably do is small ball, sac fly, and then swing away. Any disagreements on small ball here? Peguero did reach on an error. Any disagreement on small ball? Let's see. Small ball it is. Clark bunts him over. Jones doesn't get the sac fly. Langford has to deliver. And holy shit does he. He clears the bases with a 2 RBI double. 4-0 Rockies. Manzardo reaches on an error. Chaim grounds out, but still 4-0 Rockies through 3. 1-out double for Outman. Paredes delivers again. Dodgers on the board. Yeah, singles. Lonnie White strikes out. Montero reaches on an error. 3 errors for the Dodgers already. Double for Peguero. Clark can't deliver. Rolison's getting a little bit tired, but he gets through the inning. Solo shot for Nolan Jones. It's 5-1. Crazy heart from this Rockies team. Ohtani leadoff double. Is that it for Rolison, or do you trust until another run's on the board? Looks like the trust is gone. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? What do you think? What do you think? Who do you got? Who do you got? Hamilton. Hamilton it is. He walks Outman. What do you do against Isaac? Do you load the bases? Do you pitch around? What do you do to Paredes? He has absolutely crushed you. Pitch around, pitch. All right, pitch it is. Strikes him out. Double play ball. Rocky's out of trouble. Dose is on. Gets caught, though. Volpe down. Leadoff double for Miea. White bunts him over. 5-1. Nolan Jones, 2 outs. Gets the stolen base. Langford brings him home. 6-1 Rockies. Do you keep Hamilton in for the 8th? Or sub him out to make sure he's got stamina remaining for the rest of the series? That's the question. Langford delivers again. You save the energy on Hamilton or keep him in? Looks like sub out's the answer. Well, in terms of who to bring in then, it makes sense for it to be Dowd or Trash Can. Save Duvall, save Gratterall, who's gotten lit up the last 2 times he was in. Makes sense for it to be Dowd or Trash Can. It's close. Very close. Who wants that deciding vote? It's going to be on Orb if it goes wrong. We're going to go for Dowd. Gets him out in order. 2-out single. Volpe pops up. Can Dowd finish the job? Leadoff double to Paredes. Jesus. Baez strikes out. Miea drives in a run. Still worth trusting him. You could put in. You don't want to put a Trash Can because you have to face 3. Still worth trusting him for now. Worst case scenario, you bring in Duvall. Strikeout. There it is. 6-2, the final score. The Colorado Rockies are 1 win away from the World Series, winning 3 straight games against the Dodgers. The Yankees await, having swept the Angels and actually having not lost a game all the way up to their World Series appearance. 2 chances to do it. 1 more win needed for the Rockies to go to the World Series. On the mound for this one, what do you guys think? Obviously, you save Brown in case it goes 7. Do you give Dollander another chance? McMahon, Ozil. Dollander gets the shout. And again, we'll set up the lineup the same way. That has been working for you guys, as requested. I mean, yeah, Volpe's still been pretty bad. Montero. Let's see. There you go. Lineup's the same. Are the Rockies going to the World Series? Leadoff walk for Peguero. Gets the steal, so small ball it is. A walk for Jones. Still got to go for that sac fly. Strikes out. Manzardo. Oof. Wasted opportunities. Wasted opportunity in the first inning. 2 on here for the Dodgers. Ohtani's down. He's been a non-factor. Paredes with the 3-run shot. Holy shit, this guy is just determined to beat you. Well, offense has its work cut out for it now. Not a great half inning. Rushing's on. Sweeney down. Miea singles. Double play ball, so still 3-0. Volpe, Peguero is on. Clark can't bring him home. Jones can't bring him home. Nothing there. Nothing there offensively. Still 3-0 Dodgers. A walk of Paez. Don't pitch him. You guys told me to pitch to him last time. I can stop from now. But you told me to pitch to him at the end of last game, so it's a fair assumption in the first inning you're comfortable with it. We can stop pitching to him from now on. But he did just ground out in the last at-bat. Through 4, 3-0 Dodgers trying to keep their season alive. Dollander gets through him in quick order. No offense, though. Ohtani down. I was told not to pitch to Paredes, so we'll pitch around him. He struck out. Paez on the walk, rushing on the walk. Is that it for Dollander? Tut, the Rockies are 1 win away from the World Series. Beat Philly in 2. Beat the Atlanta Braves, the #1 seed. And we're down 2-0 to the Dodgers, now up 3-2. If we're taking him out, who's it for? If we're keeping him, we'll see what happens. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? I need more than just pull him. I need your suggestion for who should be in as well. Gratterall, Miller, trash can. Very on the same page, chat. Well done. Miller. It's Miller. Miller's in. Walks the first batter. Bases loaded for Miea, who grounds out. Langford leadoff walk. Every time I ask, you guys always say steals. So, and he does get the steal. Do you go small ball or aim for more? Small ball or aim for more. Down 3-0 with just 1 hit in the game. Swing it is. Manzardo down. Heim grounds out. Sanchez with the 2-run shot. The lead's down to 1. Pablo Sanchez dos. Delivers yet again. He's heated up in this series. Wands is on. Max Clark walks. Gets caught stealing. Miller continuing to do well. But this is it. Top of the 9th. Rockies trying to advance to the World Series. The Dodgers trying to force Game 7. What's going to happen? Yeah, smooth for Kentucky, eh? The Dodgers trying to force Game 7. The Rockies trying to advance to meet the New York Yankees in the World Series. Tanner Scott brought on. Nolan Jones 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. Steps in. Tanner Scott, former reliever of the year.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the
first pitch misses. Will it be a Game 7, or can the Rockies tie and win this game? Fastball in there for strike 1. The 1-1 from Scott.
The 1-1.
Jones is out. The snag at third by the Rockies kryptonite. And the old Paredes. But here comes the hero of this team, Wyatt Langford. The MVP, should they make it to the World Series. Sinker misses.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead.
Hasn't been Langford's best game, but he's showed up when he's been needed. Fouls one off. 1-1. 1-1. Another foul off the sinker. Big moment here. 1-2 count. The pitch from Scott.
Not even close.
Misses high with the slider.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
We've seen plenty of people swing at that, though, so not a bad pitch. 2-2. Misses the fastball. Back to a full count with Manzardo on deck.
You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters.
Big moment here for Wyatt Langford. The pitch.
Foul ball.
Fouls off a high slider. One more time.
One down, bases
Tanner Scott
swing and a high fly ball down the right.
gets him swinging at the slider. 2 down.
Away for the out. And there's
The Dodgers 1 out away from forcing Game 7.
So in now for Colorado.
It's Kyle Manzardo,
0 for 3
who has
with
struggled in the NLCS. First pitch from Scott.
that one finds
Gets him on a slider, strike 1.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter.
It's been a back and forth series. The home team has yet to lose. Spells disaster for the Rockies. A sacrifice gets him on another slider.
Back-to-back sliders.
Rockies down to their last strike.
Feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Scott just misses on the fastball.
That turns out to be a really good take right there.
Will it be a Game 7?
On your shoulder.
Will it be?
the Rockies down to their final strike.
Scott gets him swinging on the slider. There will be a Game 7 to determine the NL's representative in the World Series. The Dodgers get it done narrowly. Tanner Scott shuts the door. There will be a Game 7. It was the 3 home run shot in the first inning from Paredes that sealed the deal. The Rockies held to just 2 hits in Game 6. It's going 7.
Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi.
A fucking wild offseason continues on. Wow, just like one swing in the first inning dictates the entire game. Well, here we go. It's all built up to this. Game 7. Your ace will be available stamina-wise. And we'll see if the streak ends. Can the home team drop a game? Shohei Ohtani on the mound in Game 7. One more game. Winner plays the Yankees. It'll be Hunter Brown versus Shohei Ohtani. The big question is lineup-wise. Montero's been struggling. It's worth sitting him. Of course, it is still worth keeping Peguero in there. Worth keeping... Jonah Heim's kind of struggling, too. And Fernandez. Volpe hasn't done much. Manzardo has disappeared since the early stages, but Dos has been running the high note. Obviously, you're not going to take out Manzardo. I think you have to play Anthony Volpe. You're paying him $22 million a year. It's a Game 7. Winner goes to the World Series. You have to play him. You have to. And honestly, I think you got to play Jonah Heim, too. Like, you brought him in to be the guy. Like, the best thing you can do right now is just say, who are the guys supposed to be? You know, the big question is, do you want Tug McGroin in there or Yanquiel Fernandez? Honestly, you should probably play Yanquiel as well. Get him back in there. It's your highest overall lineup you can possibly field. When it comes down to a Game 7, that's just what it has to be. Is the best of the best are in, sink or swim. That's what it's got to be. So Dos has been improving quite a bit. Probably worth keeping him in there. Then going Clark, Jones, Langford, Peguero, Manzardo. It's probably the best way to do it. That way you still keep the speed threats at the top of the lineup. You could swap Peguero and Clark, but that's pretty much the best version of the lineup to do. It says Dose has been cold, but he's actually done really well. Honestly, he's been showing his power lately. That's probably a better way to go is Clark, Dose, Jones. Any disagreements? One more game, winner goes to the World Series. I saw Langford 3. Honestly, you could run Jones at 5. Now, are there any disagreements? Is this the lineup you want to trust? Is this it? There we go. Game 7. Ohtani on the mound for the Dodgers. Dose with a 1-out single. Are we going for the steal? We'll play it safe. You guys are going to make a lot of decisions in this one. Are you going for the steal? He got it. Langford strikes out. Peguero flies out. 1-out single for Rodriguez. Arias down. Miella flies out. Are you going for the steal with Nolan Jones after the leadoff walk? Are you going for the steal with Nolan Jones? No seems to be the theme. No. It's close. It's very close. Anybody else with an input? Swinging it is. Manzardo strikes out. Are you stealing with Jones? One out. Are you stealing with Nolan Jones? Steal attempts. He gets it. Jonah Heim pops up. Volpe strikes out. Leadoff single. What are you doing against Isaac Paredes? What's the approach against Paredes? Pitch, walk, pitch around. Pitch around, pitch around. Drill him in the head. Hit him. Pitch around's gonna win. And he walks as well. Andy sack bunts. Rushing. Brings them both home with a 2 RBI single. Dodgers up 2. Double play ends it. 2-0 through 2. Fernandez leadoff double. Any disagreements about small ball? Any disagreements about small ball? Try and get a runner on board. All right, small ball it is. Clark bunts him. Dose can't bring him home. Langford does bring him home. It's a 1-run game. Langford, is he stealing? With 2 outs, is Langford stealing? It's very torn right now. We'll let B-Bass be the difference maker. We're swinging. Peguero single. Swing or steal with Peguero? Nolan Jones. Chance to tie the game. Swing it is. Jones strikes out. Betts with a leadoff single. Rodriguez down. Arias, fielder's choice. Miella flies out. Colorado sports fan, what's going on? Good time for you. Rockies might make the World Series. Outman grounds out. Paredes, what are we doing? 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. 1-run game. What are we doing against Paredes? Around. Pitch, pitch, pitch. Pitch it is. He lines out. Solo shot for the Pajes. 3-1. Dodgers after that solo shot. Rushing strikes out. Fernandez grounds out. Clark is down. Dose strikes out. Hunter Brown will be on a short leash. Solo shot for Sweeney. 4-1 Dodgers. Is that it for your ace, Hunter Brown? Another solo shot. Who's the replacement? Who do you go to? Trash can. What else do we have shouts for? Hamilton, Miller. Miller. Hamilton's going to get the win. Walks Betts. Walks Rodriguez. Has to face Arias. And he brings in a RBI single. It's 5-1. Keep Hamilton? Or are you replacing him with somebody? There's a chance that the home team is going to win every single game of this series. There is a chance that game 162 is the difference maker. Shout out to Zach for the follow. Miller will be brought in. You guys lost game 162 to the Dodgers to lose the division. The home team hasn't lost. That final game of the regular season could have cost you a World Series appearance. Yeah, down. Outman brings in 2 with a 2 RBI double. Paredes down. Pahez down. It's 7-1 through 5. Langford down. Peguero down. Jones goes down. Miller allows a walk. That's probably it for him. Who's coming in for Mason Miller? It would take a miracle at this point. The Dodgers up by 6. In the bottom of the 6th. Duvall, trash can, Gratterall, Duvall, trash can, trash can's coming in. Astros trash can. Gives up a double. Betts pops up, Rodriguez down, Arias down. He gets out of it. It's just been a crazy fucking series. Manzardo down. Heim. Solo shot from Jonah Heim. The lead's down to 5. Volpe walks. Are you stealing? With Anthony Volpe on first. 1 out. Are you stealing? It's pretty close. We can talk about a pinch hit for Fernandez. All right. We need the runner. Do you want a pinch hit for Yanquiel Fernandez? Nobody here has a particularly good batting average. It's why they're on the bench. And for the most part, it looks to be no. He's going to swing away. And he delivers. RBI double. Leads down to 4. Clark flies out. Dose strikes out. Miea lead off single. Outman down. Paredes, you have to pitch to him at this point. He singles. Keep trash can in? Or what do you want to do? 2 on, 1 out. What do you want to do? You still got Gratterall and Duvall in the bullpen. Keep it is. All right. Bases loaded, 1 out. Are you still keeping trash can? Are you still keeping the trash can? Duvall, Gratterall, Duvall. Gratterall. Lefty. A lot of votes for Dowd here as the lefty. Dowd's coming in. Fielder's choice. Sweeney delivers as he's hit by a pitch. He's got to face one more batter. And Betts is walked. It's 9-3. Might as well be Bruce Starr at this point. Rodriguez is down. It's 9-3 in the top of the 8th. Ohtani's finally out. Langford grounds out. Peguero's down. Jones is down. And barring a miracle, a 2-run shot from Outman. The Dodgers up 11-3. Manzardo down. Heim with a single. I'll spare you having to watch the Dodgers celebrate. Max Clark is down. The Dodgers survive and win in Game 7, 11-3. The home team did not lose a single game in that series, meaning the final game of the year against the Dodgers, game 162, decided that series in a lot of ways. 1 win short of having home field instead. The Dodgers get it, and they win in 7. It'll be a Dodgers-Yankees World Series. That's a great run. That is a ahead of schedule type of run. Chat falls short. It's about making the right choices now moving forward. In terms of the playoffs, looking here at the numbers, Brown and Rolison were okay. Dollander, not quite. Prosecki got lit up. And Chris McMahon, and the limited appearances he got, McMahon was actually good. You probably should have turned to him at some other point. But in terms of relievers, Gratterall, Dow didn't do well. Hamilton and Trash Can were okay. Mason Miller was your best outright reliever. He really was. He was very solid for you guys, as was Doval when you were able to get to him. At catcher, unfortunately, Jonah Heim declined by the time he got to this point. He's gone at the end of this year anyway. He and Sam Huff are gone at the end of this year. They really didn't contribute all that much. Manzardo. Now, the one thing you still can't do is sort by round in terms of the stats. At least I don't know where the hell to look to find that. He started off red hot against the Phillies and then fell off a cliff. He disappeared. He absolutely disappeared. I mean, he was outplayed by Montero, who was also bad. Manzardo disappeared on you. He's got 1 year left on his deal after this. He outright disappeared. Pablo Sanchez Dos was one of the better options at the plate that we've seen so far. Still wasn't particularly great. Did have 6 stolen bases. You guys never really gave Cawley a chance. He was always a pinch runner. Third base, Tug McGroin was eventually replaced. He was horrific. Warming Bernabel also did not do enough at the plate. Both of them let you guys down a lot. Peguero was fantastic. However, his contract's up. And you guys are paying Anthony Volpe $22 million for 2 more years. He was horrific at the plate. 1 hit and 22 at-bats. That's a tough spot. Do you pay Peguero $6-7 million to be a backup and hope that you could trade Volpe? That's the question. Wyatt Langford, you guys would have been out in the first round without him. Langford was absolutely outstanding. Yanquiel Fernandez, another big disappointment at the plate for you guys in this series. I mean, Wyatt Langford is him. And you guys have him for $2.6 million for the next 2 years after this. So, you guys signed him earlier this season to that deal. I mean, you got a steal there. Center field, Max Clark. Not great at the plate, but was one of the better ones on the team. And at least as good defensively, but 16 strikeouts to 3 walks. And then Nolan Jones His deal's up at the end of the year. Finished with a 752 OPS. Was one of the better hitters on the team. But is that enough to pay him what he's going to command? He was the third best option at the plate behind Peguero and Langford. He started off really slow. Could be another instance of qualify him to hope to get a draft pick, but the problem is, you tried to do that last year, didn't work. You came back for $22 million. Major decisions coming up for Chat to not only get back to the NLCS, but to try to make it ahead and get to the World Series. But we have at least one more season to go in this challenge. I don't even want to know who wins the World Series right now. We'll wait for that.